Hello. This is a how-to for the weekly activity plan and reflection assignment. Okay, so here it is. You're the director of a child care center and you've hired a brand new teacher, and they are just a little bit hesitant about putting together a whole week's worth of activities for a 4-year-old classroom. Of course, you want it to be developmentally appropriate, and you want the children to be very actively engaged in learning. So you decide to help them this week. So that's what you're doing as the director. You're going to open up this weekly activity plan template, and you are going to identify a theme for the week. I gave you some suggestions, but you can go with anything else. It's got to be something the children would know a little bit about, and it can't be something that they would have no knowledge of, because 4-year-olds need to have things that are somewhat familiar, and then you build on that knowledge. And you're going to complete each box in the worksheet. So let me go ahead and pull that worksheet up. You can download this and you can write right in it. It's in Word. Just week of, it doesn't matter what the date is, but what's your theme, your topic? And then what are you going to do at the art center this week? What are you going to do, add to the block center that goes with that theme? What are you going to add to the dramatic play center that goes with that theme? What are you going to do for writing or reading? I really want to look for some books. Give me 3 or 4 books that you're going to read aloud to the children. As far as writing goes, I'm not really very big on writing with 4-year-olds. I think they have plenty of years to do that. Table toys, math, what kinds of manipulative small items will you have for them to work with? At the sand and water table, what might you include that goes along with your topic? How about in the science corner? Will there be any science materials for them to look at that goes with your topic? Do you have any songs or finger plays or movement activities that go with the topic? What are you going to do in large group that goes with the topic? How might you engage the families? So I'm just can't wait to see what you come up with. I always love putting these together, and it's a lot of fun. So let's come back up here. Once you have your weekly activity plan put together, you're going to write a reflection. Um, you're going to review each one of these activity blocks. For instance, for art, you're going to determine which, if any, of the Oklahoma academic standards for pre-K are met by that activity, and you have that in your module. And then for each activity, you're going to explain what makes it developmentally appropriate for the age group. So there you go. I look forward to reading your plan. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to set up a Zoom. Bye bye.